Hi everyone. Pre-calculus 2-3, the remainder and the factor theorems. So we are gonna deal with the long division, synthetic division, remainder theorem, factor theorem. So polynomial division, if you f divided by d, you can express it as a quotient plus remainder over divisor. You already know this. Let's say you do 17 divided by 5. 17 divided by 5, you know that if you do 17 divided by 5, you got 3 as a quotient, you got 2 as a remainder. How do you write that? We say quotient plus remainder over divisor. And as a mixed number, you say 3 2/5. 3 2/5 is same as 3 plus 2/5. So 17 divided by 5, quotient plus remainder over divisor. Okay. Also, you can write 17 as divisor times quotient, divisor times quotient plus remainder, which is 2. So 17 is equal to 5 times 3 plus 2. We already know that. Okay. We will just do same thing in equation. Okay, long division. Long division with a non-zero remainder. Divide this by this. So let me so this is a complete work. Let me just do that from the very beginning. So first thing you do when you do long division is checking the power of x. 3, second, first, 0 power. So everything is aligned. So write them down in order. 6x cubic minus 5x squared plus 9x plus 6. Divide by 2x minus 1, 2x minus 1. How do you do division here? First thing you need to notice, our divisor has 2 terms. Does that have to do with anything? We are going to deal with the 2 terms at a time. We're going to deal with the 2 terms at a time. Focus is the first term to first term. What do we multiply here so that it matches 6x cubic? It should be 3x squared. Some of you say, well, I don't know. So what do I multiply to 2x to make a 6x cubic? You can do 6x cubic divided by 2x. Then 2 and 2 cancels out, x and x cancels out, so you can get 3x squared. 3x squared is the one you need to write here. When you do write, please write aligned. Don't write 3x squared here. Just write 3x squared above x squared, 3x squared. So all x squared is lined up. Once you write it down, you're multiplying that here, you're multiplying by that here, and you're writing it down. So distributing. So if you need to do that separate, do so. You have to do 3x squared times 2x minus 1. You're multiplying that. That gives you a 6x cubic, multiply that, that's minus 3x squared. You are writing that here. So 6x cubic minus 3x squared. So distribute, write it down. Then you put a bar, you're subtracting it. 6x cubic minus 6x cubic, they are supposed to disappear. If they don't cancel out, you made a mistake. You gotta start over. They are supposed to be gone. Minus 5 minus minus 3. Be careful. Double minus becomes a positive 3. Minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2x squared. If you follow this cycle, that's pretty much it. You just do this cycle over and over and over. So once you are done with that cycle, you are bringing one more term. So bring down one term here, plus 9x. Then you are repeating all over again. Again, we are dealing with these two terms. Focus is, what do I multiply to first term here, 2x, so that it matches minus 2x squared. So if you can catch that in your head, okay, it should be minus x. Fantastic. If you did not quite catch that, I don't know, then you just do divide minus 2x squared, divide that by 2x. So 2 cancels out, x and x cancels out, you end up with a minus x. So minus x is the one you have to write on the quotient. So minus x, line them up, x, minus x. Then you're distributing minus x here, distributing minus x here. Again, if you need to do that work separately, do that. If you don't have to do separately, that's fine. You're distributing. So you get minus 2x squared, minus is positive x. That's the one you need to write here. Minus 2x squared plus x. So you multiply that here, writing it down. For L shape, you're subtracting. Again, first terms, they're supposed to be gone. They disappear. Minus 2, double minus is positive. Minus 2 plus 2, they disappear. 9 minus 1 is 8. Okay, do we have a more term? Yes. So we gotta bring one term down, plus 6. Same deal. What do I multiply to first term to match this guy? 2x times what makes 8x? That's a positive 4. That I can do that in my head. So plus 4, make sure you write down plus 4. Then you're multiplying 4 here, you're multiplying 4 here. Again, if you can do that in your head, beautiful. Multiplying by 4 to 2x minus 1. You're just distributing 4, it should be 8x minus 4. 8x minus 4 is the one you write. 8x minus 4. Put L shape there, subtracting it. 8 minus 8 cancels out. Okay, double minus, be careful. 6 minus 4, that's 6 plus 4, which is 10. Okay, that is division. Now, how do I write this? Just the way I explained previously. This divided by this. How do you write that? Quotient. That's the whole quotient. Plus, you make a fraction. Divisor go to the denominator. Remainder goes to the top. That's how you write the answer. Okay. Well, long division is a tough one. I'll probably show you one more. Besides this one is a little difficult. Why did I say a little difficult here? When you do long division, first thing you have to check is power of x. Fourth, third, first, where's the second power? Missing. So this one is a little trickier question. So set it up such a way, fourth power, third power, second power is missing, reserve that spot. You can write 0x squared if you want to, reserve that spot for x squared. 8x minus 10. Okay, that's the key point here. Fourth power, third power, second power is missing. If you want, you can write 0x squared if that's easier for you. Just leave the space as empty for x squared. If you don't, you'll get wrong answer. X plus 1, x plus 1. Okay? Work is exactly same. So you look at two terms here. What does that mean? That means you're going to deal with the two terms at a time. X to 4x to the fourth. First term to first term. What do I multiply to x to make a 4x to the fourth? So some of you can say, well, that's a 4x to the third. Fantastic. If you did not quite catch that, you can do this divided by x. So cancels x out, you end up the 4x to the cubic. That's how we know. Write that down on the quotient. Third power, line them up. 4x to the third power. Now you're multiplying, okay? So if you need to do that on separate piece of paper, do that. You're just distributing. 4x to the fourth power, multiplying by 1 doesn't do much. 4x to the third power, you're writing it in here. 4x to the fourth plus 4x to the third. Put an L shape, subtract. That's gone. Minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6 x to the third. So one cycle is done. So you're going to repeat. Then bring down next term. There's nothing there. So that's basically nothing. You can just write the 0 if you want. Again, first term to first term, what do I multiply to x to match minus 6x to the third? So that's going to be minus 6x squared. Again, if you didn't quite catch that, you can do minus 6x cubic divided by x. If you divide by x, you get minus 6x squared. That's the one you need to write on the quotient. Minus 6x squared. Then you have to distribute, write it down. So if you need to do that on a separate piece of paper, do that. Distribute, minus 6x cubic, minus 6x squared. Okay, so you got minus 6x cubic, minus 6x squared. Put an L shape, you're subtracting. Minus 6 plus 6, they disappear. 0 minus is positive. So positive 6x squared. Okay, you gotta bring one term down, then extend it, bring one term down, which is 8x. Then you repeat same process. X times what makes 6x squared? That should be 6x. Again, if you say, well, I don't know, then you have to do 6x squared divided by x, you get 6x. That is the one you have to write on quotient, 6x. Now you're distributing 6x times x, 6x times 1, you're writing it down. 6x times x is what? 6x squared. 6x plus times 1 is a 6x. Put L shape, subtract it. 8 minus 6 is going to be 2x. One last step. You're going to bring the last term minus 10. X times what makes 2x? 2. So write down plus 2. Multiply by 2, you're writing in here. So 2x, 2 times plus 1 is going to be plus 2. L shape minus. Minus 10 minus 2 is minus 12. How do we write that? So we write quotient plus, here, quotient plus remainder over divisor. Okay, that's how you can write the answer. Or this minus, you can bring it up to the front as a sign of the fraction. That's okay. This is okay. Okay. If you want to bring minus up to the front as a fraction, that's also okay. Okay, factor this completely using long division if 2x minus 5 is a factor. So what you do here is you gotta long division first. So this divided by this. So third power, second power, first power, zero power. So there's no missing power here. So work is exactly the same. So you look at 6x cubic, 2x, you need 3x squared, multiply 3x squared, multiply 3x squared. So you're doing long division as we did previously. Okay? So do long division. Then at the end, you get 0. So what does the 0 mean? That means there's no remainder. What does that mean? That means this 2x minus 5 is a factor of this. So you might, if you didn't quite catch that, if you do 17 divided by 5, you get 3, 15, 2. You get remainder as a 2. So we don't say 5 is a factor of 17. 5 is not a factor of 17. But if you do 15 divided by 5, you get 3, 15, you get remainder as a 0. If remainder is 0, that means 5 is a factor of 15. That's what we say. So when you do long division, if you get 0 as a remainder, we say this is factor of this. Okay? So just like example of 15 here, if you have a remainder 0, you can say 15 is equal to 3 times 5 times 3. 3 times 5, same thing. So if you get remainder as 0, you can say 15 is equal to divisor times quotient. Just like that. When you divide this by divisor, you got quotient, you got remainder as 0, then we can say this is equal to divisor times quotient. Okay, so you can write that as a factored form. So once you write that as a factored form, you are checking, can you factor further with this guy? So if you look at that, 3x squared plus 16x minus 12, I'm asking, can you factor further? So this is a 1 times 3. Okay, minus 12 has number of factors. 1 times minus 12, 2 times minus 6, 3 times minus 4. Then you got minus 1 times 12, minus 2 times 6, minus 4 times 3. So we got 6 different combinations. Which one is going to work? Well, you don't know until you keep trying. Okay? So if you try 2 and minus 6, for example, multiply, you get 6. Multiply, you get minus 6. Add them, you get 0. That number should match inside number. It's not working. Okay, before you choose different combination, since we have 1 and 3, if you switch the order, that's going to create different result. You get minus 6 here and 2. Then multiply it, you get 2 here, multiply, you get minus 18 here, and then you get minus 16. Okay, this is a very good news. We are looking for positive 16, and we got minus 16. So that's not perfect match, but it's really close. So one thing you have to be looking at here is, instead of minus 6 and 2, we should try 6 and minus 2. What am I saying? So if you change it to plus and change it to minus, when you multiply that, that still makes minus 12, but that's going to make a positive here. This time it's going to make a minus here. When you add them, they will make a 16, which is the one we are looking for. So once you found the combination, you write x here, parenthesis, parenthesis, top floor, bottom floor. So how do you write that? X plus 6 here, 3x minus 2 here. So we just factored that, which is 3x minus 2, x plus 6, and 2x minus 5 was previously. So that is a final answer. Okay, so you should pause the video. Please try this. So what do? Factor this completely using long division if this is a factor. You have to do long division first. Here's my work. You have to do long division first. And you should get 0. Okay? Once you get the 0, you know this is a factor. How do you write that? That is equal to divisor times the quotient. Divisor times the quotient. All you have to do is factor this guy. 1 times 2 makes it 2. Minus 35 have several factors. But 5 and minus 7, this combination works. Okay? Then you have to write 1x plus 5, 2x minus 7, top floor, bottom floor. That's the final answer.